We got Donald Trump, President of the United States.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Thank you,
Round
Mr.
of
Trump.
applause,
Yay.
man.
Thank you.
We're really, really excited to be doing this.
It's my honor. My honor. You come highly recommended by Dana White.
Ah, yes, of course. Already off the bat.
He's doing great things for this country, and we got to win this election again, ladies and gentlemen.
A Trump crony.
You want to hear from him? Yes.
And I'm telling you, since the guy has become president, I've been to the White House 4 times for dinner.
And enabling Kiss Ass set up this interview, so y'all know what we're in for.
What did Dana say to you?
Well, he said you are a wonderful group of people. I guess you're friends of his, and
Very
you
good
do
friends.
the UFC thing, and he's done an incredible job. And when he said that, I've been with Dana for a long time. He's been my friend for a long time. And I said, that's good enough for me. But you've done a great job.
It's been a blessing to be able to be friends with Dana White.
Just a quick note, there will be no pushback.
Putin would not have done it. He would not have done it. This would never have taken place if you had a person that did very well in the election. I'm being very nice when I say that, too. I'm being very kind. We did phenomenally in the election, 12 million more votes than we got the previous time.
It's just non-stop BS.
I understood Putin. I talked to Putin. I spoke to him about Ukraine, and I said, don't do it. And I won't go into the exact conversation, but under certain if certain people ask, I'll tell them exactly what the conversation was.
Rough. Hate to break it to you guys, he just told you to your face you're not important enough.
Do you ever talk to Putin still?
No, I haven't spoken to him since, but he was never, ever going to, certainly under the Trump administration.
And he changed the conversation pretty quickly there, didn't he?
How do you see it unfolding?
Well, and I said this a long time ago, if this happens, we are...
All right, everyone, step right up and play Trump multiple choices. Is he gonna go with A, drop Myers bleach on the Russian people? B, decimate Ukraine because he's Vladimir Putin's little minion? C, claim Zelensky's election was not certified because Brad Raffensperger stood in his way? Or D, revisit a long-standing feud with windmills and turbines?
Playing right into their hands, green energy. The windmills, they don't work. They're too expensive. They kill all the birds. They ruin your landscapes. And yet the environmentalists love the windmills. And I've been preaching this for years. The windmills, and I had them way down, but the windmills are the most expensive energy you can have. And they don't work.
Like everything with Trump, history repeats itself. Why do I say this? Recall a story we did a few years ago.
Donald Trump arrived on his personal jet. He was greeted by the Lord Provost of Aberdeen.
Going to build for the people of Scotland the greatest golf course anywhere in the world. There'll be nothing like it.
Remember Trump's property in Scotland where he was called a C word and was laughed at by government officials? Not only was he allegedly responsible for killing an endangered species of birds, where he demanded to build his crappy golf course, in Parliament, he attacked windmills.
They are so unattractive, so ugly, that if Scotland does this, I think Scotland will be in serious trouble.
The question is, where is the clinical evidence?
Well, first of all, I am the evidence. I think I'm more of an expert.
It's just the same recycled shtick from Trump.
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75%. If you're in sight of a windmill, watch the value of your house go down by 65%. And when the wind stops blowing, it doesn't make any difference, does it? Unlike those big windmills that destroy everybody's property values, kill all the birds, someday the environmentalists are going to tell us what's going on with that. And then all of a sudden it stops. The wind and the televisions go off. If it doesn't blow, you can forget about television for that night. And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay? You know, the thing makes it so... And of course, it's like a graveyard for birds.
Very, very negative for the environment. It's killing the birds. All of these wind farms, they're really destroying Scotland.
They kill so many birds. You look underneath some of those windmills, it's like a killing field of birds.
There's a lot of hoopla about windmills. They're horrible-looking structures. They make noise. They kill birds by the thousands. They're really destructive.
Any turbine in close proximity to a school must go! Economics behind ugly, bird-killing wind turbines do not work.
He's just a broken record. A raggedy, old, screeching, broken record. To be clear, via the Washington Post, everything he said is a lie. It is not true. Wind turbines, though, do kill birds, but according to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, lots of things kill far more birds, like cars, cell towers, power lines, building glass, found in Trump properties, by the way, and least surprising of all, cats, who destroy an estimated 2.4 billion birds a year. You don't see him waging a war on kittens.
The people of Georgia are angry.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
Do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Do you know anything about that?
No.
You sure, Ryan?
I'm sure.
You know what they did, and you're not reporting it. Under law, you're not allowed to give faulty election results. You're not allowed to do that, and that's what you've done. You know, the people of Georgia know that this was a scam, and a lot of Republicans are going to vote negative because they hate what you did to the president.
Just absolutely brilliant work from TikTok user at PHK Evanston outlining how this man should be barred from ever holding any public office. The Daily Mail captured Trump slamming his golf club into the ground into incredible photos.
Absolutely false.
Donald Trump was fired up at his press conference today after being accused of cheating at golf.
He cheats like a mafia accountant. Like, he cheats crazy. He cheats whether you're watching or not. He cheats whether you like it or not. He tried to cheat Tiger Woods in a match, and Tiger hits it like this. He hits 2 balls in the water, doesn't count either, and pretends that he almost tied Tiger Woods.
Longtime sports writer Rick Riley outlined it as such.
The president hit the links Sunday morning at his own Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach. It's a course where the president happens to have won the 2018 Men's Club Championship despite never playing in the tournament.
He claims to be a champion, but Riley, a journalist and longtime member of the media, got to the bottom of it from the man himself.
But he said, I'm a winner. You got to vote for me because I've won 18 club championships. He said this 3 or 4 times, and that's against the best players in the club. But I knew he was lying because he told me how he does it. Whenever he opens a new course that he buys, he plays the first round by himself and calls that the club championship.
Oscar De La Hoya told the media of his round with the cheater, Don Trump.
So first ball he hits to the water, gets another ball from his pocket, hits it off to the left, it's out of bounds. The 4th ball he hits it, I know it went into the bushes. Donald, what he does, he tees off first so he can take off right away. So we go off to our ball, and who do we see? Donald Trump right in the middle of the fairway. Oh, by the way, I found my first ball. It's right here.
You see, this is just what he does when he's in charge. Longtime sports announcer Mike Tirico played around with Trump. He hit the shot of his life, or so he thought. Mike discovered it in the sand, knowing this is not where it landed. Trump's caddy came up to me and said, you know that shot you hit on the par 5? It was about 10 feet from the hole. Trump threw it in the bunker. I watched him do it. You see, this is simply what Donald Trump does when he's in charge. He cheats. When he became team owner of the New Jersey Generals in the upstart USFL, he cheated his fellow owners, the players, and the fans from a league that had serious potential.
Donald Trump gets in the league. New Jersey Generals are his team, but from day one, he wanted an NFL franchise. So this was a stepping stone for him, which may have led to the collapse of the league.
It was a scam. I'm not even just saying it really was a scam. He has a meeting with Pete Rozelle, the commissioner of the NFL, at the Pierre Hotel.
Author of Football for a Buck, Jeff Pearlman.
Donald Trump pays for the suite. In this meeting, he says to Rozelle, I don't care about the USFL. You tell me what I have to do to get an NFL franchise. It was preposterous. He did it. He basically went behind the backs of the fellow owners to get, and Pete Rozelle says to him, as long as I am with the NFL, as long as my heirs are with the NFL, you will never have a team in this league. Because he saw him for what he considered him to be, a con man.
And how did it end? With Trump's own foolishness.
His whole thing was about getting an NFL franchise. That's the only reason he did this, was to get an NFL franchise. It wasn't about the USFL. It wasn't about the good of the league. It was about getting an NFL franchise. And he thought he could sue. He led a lawsuit against the NFL. The USFL ended up suing the NFL in a very famous lawsuit. Yeah. And they famously won $1. And that was the death of the USFL.